Donald Trump's camp, it is looking much different this morning. One of his top advisors is gone. The question, was he fired or did he quit? This, of course, on the heels of his controversial comments at the GOP debate. It is your voice, your vote, and Devin Dwyer is in Washington for us with the story. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, good morning, Paula. You know, Donald Trump was tweeting up a storm overnight, attacking his critics, promising to win that nomination. But this as Trump's campaign lost a second top political advisor in just 1 week.
Businessman Donald Trump.
This morning, the Republican frontrunner is in turmoil. Donald Trump facing a major shakeup inside his presidential campaign. A spokesman telling ABC News Trump fired top longtime political advisor Roger Stone. A charge Stone denied on Twitter, saying he fired Trump over his attacks on Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly.
You know, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes. Blood coming out of her wherever.
Trump's attack in an interview with CNN tonight triggering a tsunami of criticism for what he seemed to imply about women.
I really think it was inappropriate. I don't think I want him at my event.
The billionaire businessman dumped from the lineup at the Red State Summit of Conservatives in Atlanta. This despite Trump's attempt to clarify his comments about Kelly, tweeting, "You could see blood coming out of her wherever," nose. Later adding, "Political correctness is killing our country, weakness." Trump supporters lashed out in his defense.
I have emails from people referring to Megyn Kelly as a I have emails from people referring to me as gay, and that Donald Trump is standing up to all of us.
But now it's Trump's Republican rivals who are standing up to him. Once timid, many taking a new, tougher line. Carly Fiorina, the only GOP woman in the race, tweeting, "Mr. Trump, there is no excuse." Governor Scott Walker saying he agrees, and Jeb Bush letting loose.
Come on. Give me a break. I mean, do we want to win? What Donald Trump said is wrong.
And this morning, Donald Trump is still refusing to apologize to Megyn Kelly. Many top Republican leaders are now anxious that his attacks could hurt the party's chances to attract women voters. Dan?
We want to talk about exactly that. Devin, thank you. So for more on this, let's bring in ABC News chief anchor George Stephanopoulos, who will be interviewing Donald Trump on This Week later this morning. That should be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see what he's saying this morning.
So I feel like I've asked you this question innumerable times after Trump's comments about Mexican immigrants, after his comments about John McCain. But here we go again. Has he now gone too far with these comments about Megyn Kelly?
Well, you do see all these top Republicans now coming out in a way they haven't come out before. They believe that that he has gone over the line at this point. He's alienated women voters, alienated Hispanics, and put a ceiling on his support. But as you just point out, he's defied these predictions before, and that we have to wait and see how it plays out. But it does appear that the Republican Party now believes they have to make sure that he doesn't seem to define them.
Well, let's just pick up on that because Devin mentioned it too. How worried are Republican leaders about the impact he's having on the GOP brand, and what, if anything, can they do about it?
Well, you saw Lindsey Graham yesterday, another Republican candidate, senator from South Carolina, said right now Donald Trump has crossed the Rubicon. This is becoming about us, not about him. And so what you're seeing at this point is more candidates come out and call him out on these comments. At the same time, they still don't want to drive him into an independent race for president in the fall if he doesn't get the nomination. So they're still trying to walk that line, hoping that he'll bring himself down, that they won't have to do it.
This is a tricky situation. Let me just ask you about Jeb Bush. We saw him. He's one of the candidates who's really come out hard against Trump, and he's been doing this for a while. After what was widely perceived to be a sort of middling performance in the debate on Thursday, he was reasonably warmly received here at this event. Yeah, at this event overnight with conservatives in Atlanta. So what's your assessment of his overall standing now?
You know, he hasn't blown everyone away. A lot of people thought he would come in, raise all this money. One thing he has done well, more than $100 million. And scare people out of the race, go right to the top of the pack. That clearly hasn't happened. He didn't break out at the debate on Thursday. Now, other candidates like Marco Rubio, John Kasich appeared to have a better night. On the other hand, he does have the skills, he does have the experience, he has an awful lot of money. You can't count him out, but he hasn't had the kind of early performance that a lot of people were expecting.
What a fascinating race this is turning out to be. George, good luck with Donald Trump later this morning. We'll be watching. And a reminder, be sure to tune in as George interviews the Donald coming up later this morning. That's on This Week right here on ABC. Thanks again, George.